Nicole, something that was interesting to me, something we have in common is I actually had lymphoma. So in the start of the pandemic,
I'm so glad you're
here. And I mean, obviously there's so much starting over with that, but part of the thing on social media is obviously everyone then knew that. But with Bryce, the language we used around it, I did not want my kid to know that I had cancer, because as you grow up, you hear cancer and you hear bad stories.
Sentence. Yeah.
And I didn't want him to think those bad things were going to happen to mom. So we were very like specific with lymphoma.
Yep.
We were very specific of keeping it brief and honest and let him ask questions.
Yes.
But when I started posting more about it, like, and then people would talk to him, they'd ask like, I heard about your mommy, how she's doing. And I'm like, I have to have now a conversation.
Context.
We don't need to have that conversation with him. Like we can that's not the center stone of his life. His life is his life. And like, I'm this stable pillar, and it's not being dishonest. It's being intentional with what we say to him and when we say it.
Oh, let's talk about that, because you hit the nail on the head. Like, we all have personal and private things that we go through, and using social media is a thing where, especially because I think what we have in common is we're talking about our life journey, but we're sharing a specific context around it. And that is something where people believe, like, if I show you 1%, I'm entitled to the other 99. And that is so difficult to navigate because, we're still whole people, right? And it's not that we're not grateful for a platform, grateful for a voice, thankful to have an opportunity to speak in people's lives. Like, it's not lost on me that this is an incredible blessing. But I also am still a complete person. So, for instance, when we were going through our cancer journey, which, I'm so grateful my daughter is, through that journey, and she is literally just busy being a crazy teenager. And as much as it drives me nuts, I'm thankful because she's here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but we chose not to share a single word of it. I mean, literally, people saw her, post chemo, and, she looked like she had gone through that, process. And I looked him in the face and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, and it was because, one, not my story to tell. And I think a lot of people forget that, is even though I'm the mom, even though I'm married to this partner, even though like I'm attached to people. So the details of my divorce are not solely mine. I cannot share them. It's not appropriate or fair or, in integrity or graceful. And then, two, just because it's private doesn't mean I'm embarrassed of it. It just means it's private, and I share my scars and not my scabs. I want to see things heal before I'm putting it out there.